Welcome to using Habitica to start and maintain good habits for kids and adults. We're going to have some fun today. This is one of my favorite apps. So, a little bit about me. I started my first blog back in 2008 and have been helping others with WordPress and social media and tech and everything since 2008. I'm now a certified online business manager, and I help coaches, consultants, and bloggers concentrate on their genius work instead of being stuck in the weeds of their business. And I'm also a homeschool coach, and I help parents think outside the box and enjoy homeschooling. So that's a picture of me with my daughter. I also have a son and a husband, and I have my daughter here because she's my why. I'm busy putting her through all of her dance classes and dance training so she can make a career as a dancer and choreographer. She just finished putting in for admission for all her post-secondary programs, so it's going to be an exciting time as we wait to hear back. And so this picture's here because one of my favorite places is on stage. In my spare time, you'll see me volunteering in local theater, sometimes behind the stage and sometimes on it. So I'm looking forward to getting back on the stage sometime soon. So today you're going to learn about Habitica. So first you're going to learn about gamification and how and why it works, how you can customize Habitica, how you can use it in your homeschool, how you can use it in your life, in your business, how your kids can use it in life, and how you can all use it together as a team and have a ton of fun. So first, what is gamification? You may not have heard of it. So in case you haven't, the definition is the process of adding games or game-like elements to something, such as a task, so as to encourage participation or, make it fun. Basically, gamification isn't new, but the word first appeared in the 21st century, around 2010, and it refers to adding game elements like point and reward systems to tasks as incentives for people to participate. So in other words, it's about making something potentially tedious or boring into a game. It can include leaderboards, achievements, skill-based learning, all that kind of thing. So here's how and why it works in many different sectors. Gamification taps into your natural desire to compete and achieve, because we all have that innately. It makes tracking your progress more fun because it feels like a game. Neuroscientists say that such gamification can cause feel-good chemical reactions, alter human responses to stimuli, which increases reaction times and some other stuff, and in certain situations can improve learning, participation, and motivation, and that's the part that we're going to focus on. So people and children naturally desire to compete and to achieve. Teachers, managers, people from all over, all sectors, use gamification to increase participation and improve productivity. People get things done, they get things done on time, they get things done faster. Gamification is also, you may have come across it, as an essential feature in apps and websites designed to motivate people to meet personal challenges like weight loss goals, learning foreign languages, etc. I taught piano lessons for over 20 years before I started doing all this other stuff, and I created a simple board game for practicing scales at lessons, and they could do the same thing at home. My students could. They had to roll the die and go that number of spaces and then practice the scale the way it said on the board. So it made something tedious, and usually, I don't know if I had any students who liked scales, Usually students don't like playing scales on piano. So it was much more fun because they had to play it in a certain way. So sometimes it was fast, slow, loud, quiet, but just rolling that die and moving and then, playing the scale the certain way made it so much more fun. So if you do piano in your homeschool, I highly recommend it to gamify piano lessons. So let's learn all about Habitica. What is Habitica? Before we start, it's a free app. They also have a paid version, which you can upgrade to if you wish, but I haven't used it. I've just used the free version, so it works great. It allows you to track your habits as if you're playing a video role-playing game, and I love it. So we're going to learn all about Habitica, how you can use it in your homeschool, how you can use it in your life, in your business, and work as a team together in your family. So first I'm going to show you how I use Habitica. This is my Habitica. I'm going to show you what I'm good at, what I'm not good at. You can see it in a in a nutshell. And so this is me up here. It looks kind of weird because I'm wearing quite the headdress right now and these weird funny glasses that give me a red nose, but they give me some extra stat bonuses. So I'm riding a dragon and I have a little pet dragon to boot. My daughter has not been paying attention to her character lately, so this is her character. She's a warrior and she has a little dragon pet. I'm a mage. And this is my husband who's been paying more attention to Habitica. And he has lots of gear and his dragon, and I think that's a fox pet. So I'm just going to give you a tour around my Habitica to give you an idea of how you can use it in your daily life. And then I'm going to give tips on, how you can customize it based on what you're doing in your homeschool or at work or in your life. So here I have all my habits. Now I can divide them into weak or strong. So these are the things I do really, really well all the time. So I never drink pop. I always drink water. I did that I started doing that when I downloaded the Habitica app because I was keeping track of it and I stopped drinking pop at all. So, yay. And I didn't actually record my water drinking it today. So there's some water drinking. Okay. So here are all of my habits that I'm keeping track of. So you can keep habits here that have a positive and a negative, like when I eat healthy food, like if I grab a banana instead of grabbing some chocolate, I hit the plus when I eat the banana, I hit the minus when I eat the chocolate. We got a new kitten, and other people had been feeding the cats before, and it's my responsibility now, so it's just kind of different, and I put it on there. And so whenever I learn during the day, I make sure, I try to do some learning or, do a module of a course pretty much every day. So I've got this on here. There's no minus for that, so that's okay. So when you're looking at your habits, these can be daily habits, weekly habits, it can even be monthly habits. When you're setting up a habit, you just, add a new habit, and then, so it's 10 minutes cleaning. And of course, that's an easy thing to do. You can tag it as chores, creativity, health, work, exercise, team. So you can have your team on here. I know lots of companies that do actually have a team, and they all work together on Habitica. I mean, that's so much fun. So all sorts of things. Now you can engage in challenges. So there's like a creative hobby challenge that I was in, because I hadn't been knitting and I really wanted to, so I added it as a challenge to do that every day. So when you're doing something that has a positive and a negative, so eat healthy versus eat junk food, you add it in like this, and then you put the positive and negative. And again, that's pretty easy. So you reset your streak weekly. You can reset your streak daily for like things like actually I should probably make this one daily because, you know, every day I should eat a bunch of healthy things instead of junk. So my water is a daily because I drink multiple glasses of water every day. So that's habits. And they don't have to be done every day. Habits don't have to be done every day. You don't lose points if you don't do them, but you lose points if you hit the minus, and you gain points if you hit the plus. So every time I drink pop, I lose points. Every time I drink water, I gain them. Now over here are your dailies, and your dailies are the ones you lose points if you don't do these every day. So you make sure that you want this to be something that you do every day, or you can lose points which makes you lose levels, which actually if you just keep losing levels, your character can actually die, which is a little depressing, but you can revive them, so it's okay. I have the things on here. So every day I process emails using SaneBox. So I do that every day at 2 o'clock. And if I do that, I check mark it, which I did. So I'm going to check mark that. So ding, I gained some gold. I got a streak bonus. I got some experience. And I damaged the boss because I'm on a quest right now. I'll share that in a minute. I do not change the litter box unless it's on here every day, so that's one of my things. I actually don't floss unless I have it on Habitica either. I was terrible. I would floss like once every month or something, so now I floss every day, and I have to remind myself to read a book. These things are on here. They're like my most important things, so if they're on here and I don't do them, I lose points. Now, sometimes I don't work out, so you can tell by the red one that I don't work out often enough. It's telling me that this is not a well done task. All the green ones are really well done. Blue ones are the ones I do all the time. The green ones I do most of the time. The yellow are pretty good. Red is bad. So I haven't worked out consistently. Bad me. You can put like worked on today's most important task. You can specify what task that is today here. I usually have kind of an ongoing specific task, so I don't have it specifically there. And weirdly enough, my family washes the dishes usually, so I try to do it once a month, so I have it set to just Sunday. So you can have these dailies can be set for every single day, or they can be set for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or just Sunday, or whatever you want. So they're grayed out. So this one's grayed out because it's not due today. And you see it just repeats on Sunday. So it's really sophisticated. You can set this all up. So you can have your daily chores for your children, right? So if your children swap, like my children always have, they swap making supper on certain days and washing dishes on certain days. So you can have them all set up in here with the days that they wash dishes, the days that they make supper. And over here you can have, eat healthy, eat junk food, how many times they drink water, some other chores. I should probably have feed the cat in my daily because that's actually really, really important. But I don't usually forget it. It's just sort of there as a reminder. I can probably take it off now because I've gotten into the habit. It just, at first when we got a new kid, and like I said, it was weird, so it changed responsibilities, and that's the nice thing. So when you're changing a responsibility with your kids, you can swap things up in here. So with your kids, you can do the same thing that I'm doing with to-dos. Your kids can have their homeschool work, so they can have like, let's just add a to-do. So if it was like read chapter 7 of your history book, you can add that, and then that's fairly easy. I mean, it might be medium if your kid isn't a big huge fan of history. You can put a due date, so they have to do it by Friday because it's this week. And then you can actually create a special tag here. Like there's an education tag. I just don't have it on here. Or you can have a homeschool tag. And then you can even add notes for your child. So you can say, you know, like, hey, you know, we're studying, you know, the ancient Greeks this week. Enjoy. So you'll want to have access to your child's logins for Habitica so that you can go in and you can set up these due dates for their homeschool. So when they complete it, they get experience, they damage the boss if you're on a quest, they get points. It's a lot more fun. And it's really helped me because at the end of the day, I go in and usually during the day, I'll check off some of the things that I'm doing. And then at the end of the day, and I did this. I haven't done this yet. I have to do some knitting before I go to bed tonight. So at the end of the day, you know, I just check if I've done everything, and if I haven't, you know, I'll just go quickly do it. So if I've forgotten to floss, which I always used to do before I started using Habitica, I'll floss. So you can have all those little things that you're trying to get your children to do on here. And then rewards, you can actually set up here, like if they finish all of their homeschool work over here, and they're allowed to go and watch TV or play a game, you can add that in here. So, I mean, this just says reward yourself right now, but you could write watch TV for 30 minutes. And that's their reward, right? And you could give it a cost. So if they've got enough gold, they can watch TV. Or you could not do that at all, and just let this be its own reward, because there's all sorts of other rewards, and one of the reasons I really like this. Now, like I said, you lose points and you lose health. Most importantly, you lose health if you don't do your dailies, especially. And so, you know, if you set up dailies, like do a math, you could set up do one lesson of math, and that could be a daily to do every day. So if they didn't do their math that day, they'd lose some health, and then, you know, they could potentially lose a whole entire level. So you see I'm level 71 right now. My hubby's level 63. My daughter's only level 6 right now because she lost a bunch of levels because she wasn't doing some of the things that were on her list. So it's a real incentive to doing stuff. I'm just going to delete the last. So it's easy to delete things and move them around to the top and the bottom and edit them. Yes, I want to delete that. And then the nice thing is, now look, I'm only 3 health. So what I really want to do is use some of my gold to buy a health potion. There we go. Now I'm not going to die at the end of the day. So when it flips over to the next day, that boss that we are battling in the quest would have killed me. Well, I would have gone down 1 level because I'm level 71, so I can't go to 0. So it's pretty great. You can look at all your family members and how everybody is doing by viewing the party. See where they're at with their health, with their experience, and with their mana, which is what they use to, use their skills. So you can choose what you want to be. So my hubby's a rogue, and that means he gets better perception points, which means he finds things more. He finds more drops, and he's more lucky, so he gets, more critters and stuff to feed them. And my daughter chose to be a warrior, so she's all about the sword, and I chose to be a mage, so I'm all about all those magic skills. And here are my skills down here. So I can hit the boss with this skill. And I just have to select a task to use. So it's as if I read a book and I gained some experience and I damaged the boss. So if I go up to here, I can see my items. So I have eggs, and then I have hatching potions, which I can use to hatch them, and then I have food that I can use to feed my pets, and I have something special. Oh, that's for subscribers. So there's some perks to paying for it, and then I can start new quests. It tells me what each of them are and how hard they are. And so then I can look at my equipment, and these are the things I can choose to, like, I have been playing this for a while, so I've got a lot of weapons, if it's a two-handed weapon, you can only have the weapon. If it's not a one-handed weapon, you can have an offhand, so you can wear a fun festival parasol, headgear, armor, the whole shebang, and it's fun because there's some really fun pieces here, and you can wear head accessories and all sorts of things. So in the stable are your pets, and you can get those pets, like I said, by collecting eggs, hatching the eggs with the potions that you've collected. So I've got a lot of pets. I love the purple ones especially, so they make me happy. So here's all my pets, all the different colors. And then mounts. If you just go down, you can see your mounts. So those are the pets that you've turned into mounts that you can ride. So you can just, choose them, and then they pop up in your little picture. So that's me. And you can name everybody like your real name if you want, although if you want to talk in the larger community, it's nice to have kind of a code name, so I'm Arnatria. So shops are pretty much, if you want to spend money, so you can pretty much skip that unless you're going to get the paid version. Your party is where you get to see what quest you're working on together. So we're working on the Golden Knight, and we have done this much damage so far, so we have a long way to go to defeat this boss. And this is just, we can type back and forth, we can chat. So you could say, hey honey, are you done your math yet today? So you can chat back and forth if you want. And you can just see all the damage that each person has done. So when you see, like my husband, he obviously, when the Iron Knight attacks the party for 0 damage, my husband did all of his dailies. I didn't, because here's my 2.0 damage that the Knight attacked for, so I didn't on that day. So that's the teamwork part of things. So if one of the team is not doing their part and isn't doing all their dailies, then the rest of the team suffers and takes damage and goes down in health. So you can all be nagging each other, hey, get those dailies done. I don't want to, lose health or lose a level. You can belong to other guilds, but all you have to belong to is your own guild, so you don't have to worry about that part. You can make larger groups within your homeschool community. You can have a whole entire homeschool community group, or like I said, you can create a whole group for your business. So all your team can be on it, and you just have like a group subscription, or you can do it free. So this is where you can join in some challenges, like the challenge that I said, the creative challenge that I was in, and it was helping me do my knitting every day because I wasn't making time for knitting and I wanted to. So here's also help if you ever have a question or anything or want to contribute something. you always can. So I've shown you how to use Habitica, how to create tasks, habits, dailies, to-dos, what the board looks like, how you can, add to-dos in here for your homeschool. Like these could be your projects, and then your dailies could be the daily math lesson that you do every day, how you can use it in your business, how you can use it in your life to make sure that you make time for the things you love to do, like knitting or reading or, flossing your teeth, and how you can make each other accountable by making sure you all do your tasks so that you all succeed and that you all can have these great pets and mounts and great pieces that you can equip yourself with to make you look like a crazy character like I am over here. I can't say enough about Habitica. I personally love using the iPhone app. I find I use it much better than I would if I was using the website app because, it's always in my hand. But your kids can use it on their iPad or any mobile device or on their computers. And it's just so much fun. And I hope you give it a try as a family. Make a guild for your family. Have some fun and get things done. Enjoy!